It's requiring, as I said all along, where I have authority, mandating masks be worn, social distancing be kept on federal property, on interstate commerce, etc. So this is the first one I'm signing.
That was President Biden signing his first executive order of many yesterday, a national mask mandate. And we've been reporting on it all morning long. But what exactly does a mask mandate mean, right? What changes if you're wearing one of these each and every day for New York and New Jersey residents who have already been under mask mandates? Well, joining us now is Constitution Law Professor Dr. Mark Graber from the University of Maryland Law School. Good morning to you, Professor. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me, and good morning.
Good morning. We've become accustomed to wearing these each and every day, right? And throughout the pandemic, there have been so many calls for a national mask mandate. But the Trump administration never actually mandated masks altogether. So walk us through exactly what it means and what changes here.
Well, this is not a national mask mandate in that it doesn't require everyone throughout the United States to wear masks everywhere. What it does is simply require people to wear masks when they are on federal lands or engage in interstate travel. If you're going on a train from New York to Washington, D.C., okay, you have to wear a mask. If you're going to the Statue of Liberty, which is a national park, you have to wear a mask. But if you're walking in Times Square, which is in New York, you're governed by New York laws.
Right, so that's not the national, wouldn't fit into the national criteria, right? So New Jersey, though, when you look at the state of New Jersey, they currently mandate face coverings in indoor and outdoor public spaces for anybody over the age of 2. So does the mandate actually change anything for New Jersey, or what supersedes what New Jersey already has in place?
The mandate doesn't change much in any state that already has a mask mandate, other than the federal government will enforce the mask mandate, say in forts in New Jersey, in federal buildings in New Jersey. The places where it's different is, say, Wyoming, which may not have a state mask mandate, but if you go to Yellowstone Park, if you travel from Wyoming to Idaho, you will have to wear a mask.
Okay, so let me zero in then on New York in particular, because I have some specific questions about the mandate, and I'll get to that in a second. But New York's current mandate says, and you kind of alluded to this, when in a public place like Times Square, unable to maintain social distancing, masks are required. So where would a New Yorker, besides the Statue of Liberty now, additionally be required to wear a mask? Any kind of national park, and then, of course, the train.
Any national park, any federal building, any, say, military installation, any property owned by the federal government. It's as if I said, in my house, you have to wear a mask. The federal government has said, in the properties we own in New York,
okay, you
have to wear a mask.
So not a whole lot changing locally. But if you are traveling, if you are taking the train, now you're like an Amtrak train, you're federally mandated. If you're not wearing one, because this has been an issue of contention since the beginning, what is the penalty? Who enforces it?
The penalty is a fine. The enforcement can be done by one of two kinds of people. First, if you're at a national park, the mask mandate can be enforced by any federal employee at the national park. They can say to the park ranger, in addition to your other duties, enforce the mask mandate. Secondly, state police can voluntarily, I emphasize voluntarily, cooperate and enforce a national mask mandate. The federal government may not require state police to enforce federal law, but state police may do so.
Okay, so you're coming into law enforcement, you're not wearing your mask, and now there's a mandate. Is it the, hey, put your mask on, and if you put it on, I'll let you go kind of thing? Or how does it work? Because I feel like it might cause issues if someone's like, I'm not putting it on, I'm not putting it on. And then versus somebody who says, all right, I'll put it on, don't give me a ticket.
Here is not a matter of law, a matter of common sense. I suspect the enforcement officials across the United States are going to say, please put on your mask. They're going to assume people forget. They may not even know they're on federal property. In theory, you could be fined. In practice, we expect that the park ranger will say, please put on your mask, and only issue fines for people who are not cooperating.
Understood. Understood. Professor, thank you for breaking it down. I know a lot of people have questions about it. I think you kind of laid it out very nicely. Appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you very much.
All right. Take care.